afternoon for the reading of Roboclaus, the musical by George Wilkerson and is it Richard Stipes?
Robert Skiles.
Robert Skype?
Skiles.
Skiles. Robert Skiles is a competitor. I don't know Robert, so I'm stopping there. We really appreciate Out Central hosting this reading, and we thank you all so much for coming. And with that being said, we're just going to go ahead and start the reading of Roboclaus, the musical.
Our narrator, grandmother, very warm and cozy looking, is seated downstairs, stage right, in a rocker, knitting. You just know right away that her lap is the softest place there is. Two children come to sit by her. The smallest waits until she smiles at him and pats her lap. He crawls into it and curls up. Lights come up stage left on a scene inside a shopping mall, where we see Santa Claus's chair and a Christmas tree. A man and a woman, we'll meet later, Mr. Bumpkus and his assistant, are redecorating the tree. Correction, the woman is decorating the tree, the man is telling her where to hang the ornaments. And there is a sign on the chair that reads, "Coming soon to our town mall, Santa Claus."
I know that you know about Christmas, you do. The stories of Santa and what he can do. But once upon a time in Santa Claus land, our Christmas unwound like a sad rubber band. So listen and learn how a sad, lonely man tried to make us buy into his Santa Claus plan. Though he learned the hard way what we knew all along, it's the lessons that live in our own Christmas song. This is for those who stopped believing, for all of the lonely people leaving their dreams and wishes behind them. Someday they'll find them. This is for those who lost the answer, lost in the dance without a dancer that flies. A fancy unwind, falling behind them, and this is our Christmas song. Remember it when you see their faces, knowing someday they'll find the traces. Fading trail in the snow, a happy home on a glow, a memory that shows in all of the children's faces, finding the traces of love.
The scene shifts to expand the mall. Christmas shoppers appear, scurrying around, happy, energetic, very nearly joyous. After a few moments, Jeremy enters. He's a lanky, almost sickly fellow with a troubled look on his face, a mixture of sadness and anxiety. He moves slowly, looking in the shop window, being jostled by people, always his fault for not watching where he's going.
That is Professor Jeremy Brown. He works for the cellular people downtown. With wireless modern computers he dabbles. And frequently, to himself, nonsense he babbles.
You'll get by with Wi-Fi, your life is controlled. With cell phones and notebooks, you'll never grow old. A buzzer, a ringtone, no matter how they jingle, the children keep calling to talk to Kris Kringle.
And all of his gibberish has a meaning of sorts. For you see, Jeremy thinks that children are warts.
They're ugly, they're nuisances, that's what they are. I'd like to preserve every child in a jar. Why don't I like them? My shrink knows the reason. I hate kids, especially around Christmas season.
You see, around Christmas, kids follow the signs. Just to see Santa Claus, they wait in long lines, and Jeremy can't do a stitch of his work.
Because of those kids, everyone is a jerk.
So Jeremy spends every Christmas alone with no trees or presents, just his iPad and phone.
Jeremy's imagination conjures up a picture of Christmas in a home where the family is too happily preoccupied to remember to phone someone who couldn't be there.
Why does it happen at this time of year, with everyone texting their Christmas time cheer? They come to see Santa, his reindeer and elves, but that just reminds me that Christmas time smells. It's a social network Christmas, but me, I sit and moan. A social network Christmas, no texting on my phone. My family gets together, but leaves me all alone. And no one tweets me Christmas Day, you know they just don't care. Somehow I just can't LOL, somehow I just can't type, somehow I just can't understand the Christmas morning hype. Guess I'm not the type, 'cause no one wants to Skype me. It's a social network Christmas without some kids around. A social network Christmas without the happy sound. There are no presents left for me around the Christmas tree. Networking has changed the way my Christmas used to be. Somehow I just can't LOL, somehow I just can't type, somehow I just can't understand the Christmas morning hype. I guess I'm not the type, 'cause no one wants to Skype me. This social network Christmas, it's just like all the rest. No one will invite me to be a social network guest while they're busy singing carols around the Christmas tree. The song they sing is full of love, but where's the love for me? Somehow I just can't LOL, somehow I just can't type, somehow I just can't understand the Christmas morning hype. I guess I'm not the type, 'cause no one wants to Skype me. It's a social network Christmas, but I don't mind at all. I know that they're too busy to give Jeremy a call, so I'll roast a little turkey and have a little fruit. Forget the Christmas Twitter, forget the New Year's too, and put away the candy canes and turn the sound on mute.
Jeremy's reverie is shocked by a passerby, a mother and two children.
Why can't we see Santa? Is Santa okay?
I'm sorry, but Santa is too busy today. There's so many children and so much to do. A new kind of Santa is long overdue.
At this, the proverbial light bulb flashes over Jeremy's head.
So this Christmas season was not like the rest, because Jeremy had an idea, and lest he forget he hurried straight home and locked himself in and shut off his phone. He gathered the tools and the tricks of his trade inside of his lab, and for days there he stayed. And when he emerged, he was grinning a grin, and he said,
"Now I will show them, let the season begin."
And straightway he flew through the streets of the city. And though it was Christmas and the decor was pretty, he paid no attention to holiday day greetings. He avoided the usual holiday meetings. He went to the shopping mall and ran across the floor to the end of the hallway and up to a door that read Bumpkiss and Quinn. He knocked till a voice said,
You may come in.
a lovely young woman with a sweet, friendly air told him
You'll have to wait, sir.
and offered a chair.
The assistant gestures towards an empty chair.
A-
Jeremy awkwardly looks at the chair, then at the assistant, who smiles.
A chair?
He exclaimed,
If you give me a chance, I'll tell you all the good news by way of a dance.
Jeremy punches a few keys on his cell phone. Music begins to play, and Jeremy begins to dance.
He dialed up his music and turned up the sound, and soon he was singing and dancing around.
Jeremy extends his hand to the assistant, who is about to take it, when
Hey, what's that racket?
The boss of the mall exclaimed when he heard all the noise through his wall.
I'm Jeremy Brown, and I want your attention. I've come here to show you my finest invention.
Well, I'm busy.
The boss said.
You'll just have to go.
But sir, you must listen. I can save you some dough.
Well, that was the kind of song Bumpkisses love, for Bumpkiss loved money when push came to shove.
My iPod is giving me a very weird signal. It's good. Hold on. How y'all doing? Good. Jeremy, can you fix that?
Christmas time means mega bucks. Raise the price on taco trucks. Charge a cab for mucky bucks. Make the season bright. Sell the junk from yesterday. People love to overpay. They won't notice anyway if it don't work right. A jingle, 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 jangle, dollars bring those Christmas bells. Rudolph's just another angle. anything you've invented. If it saves me money, I'll buy it or rent it. I'll order a dozen. I'll love an ovation. I'll order enough for all the models in the nation.
So Jeremy told him about his invention, and what he described kept the boss's attention.
You know,
He began.
what a pain in the ear this Christmas time nonsense creates every year. With Santa Claus pictures and Santa Claus toys and Santa Claus stories.
And Santa Claus noise.
Exactly. And Santa Claus this stuff and Santa Claus that. Who cares about an old man who's jolly and fat?
Not me, but the kids care, who with their noses all runny, and the kids mean their mommies, and their mommies bring money.
Precisely, exactly. And sir, that is why I've made a replacement for that fat old guy. It's an android, and then some. It's a marvelous thing. It laughs and tells stories. It even can sing.
Jeremy takes a remote control box from his pocket and flips it on. Lights flash and a soft whirring sound is heard. And in a moment, the sound of heavy, plodding footsteps are heard approaching. Jeremy sings as he demonstrates.
Well, he's my Roboclaus, such a clever machine. He'll organize any St. Nicholas scene. So throw out the old guy and bring in the new. It's a Roboclaus Christmas and Santa is through. Roboclaus Santa, he's an android. Get rid of that old guy, he's null and he's void. Roboclaus doesn't need reindeer or sleigh. Just turn on his motor and take him away. With a whiz and a clink and a zowie. With a zap in the seat of your pants. A lollipop sucker and wowee. A Roboclaus Santa Claus dance. A Roboclaus Christmas is what it's about. He never gets tired, he never wears out. He never gets hungry, he won't misbehave. Just think of the money and time you will save. He's simply magnetic, you don't need a man. Just put the kids on his mechanical lap. In 22 seconds, he'll wrap up a gift with ribbons and bows, man. Ain't that pretty swift? With a whiz and a clink and a zowie. With a zap in the seat of your pants. A lollipop sucker and wowee. A Roboclaus Santa Claus dance.
Jeremy, Bumpkus, the assistant, and Roboclaus dance together on the last chorus. Jeremy shakes hands with Bumpkus and the assistant, who presents a contract, which all of them sign.
But then, unbeknownst to the people inside, a familiar old man at the mall had arrived. He's a fellow who comes every time at this year to be Santa, because he's Santa at Santa Claus time. His name, call him Sandy. He's a jolly old elf, but he looks so like Santa, he could be Santa himself. Was he Saint Nick? I really don't know. His mouth curled up in the same silly bow. His big blue eyes sparkle like the moon on the snow. Maybe he was. Maybe he was. Was he for real? Well, I couldn't say. He shook when he laughed in the same sort of way. His long maybe he was. So maybe he was. Yes, maybe he was Saint Nick.
Sandy arrives at the door to the office.
Excuse me.
He heard someone say when he came.
You cannot come in here. Please, give me your name.
My name? Why, it's Sandy. You know me real well. Now please, won't you tell your boss that I'm ready? I'm eager because it's Christmas time and I am the mall's Santa Claus.
But just as he spoke, Mr. Bumpkus came out, and the boss said,
Why, Sandy, what's this all about? It's so nice to see you, but what you're here for is no longer needed. We need you no more.
Say what, Mr. Bumpkus? Why, how can that be? You always have Santa, and Santa is me.
That Santa? Oh, be serious. He couldn't just last. You've had it. It's over. You're a thing of the past. The gentleman here has invented a coot. An android that's better and cheaper to boot.
But what of my job? And what of the toys that I bring every year to the good girls and boys?
I'm afraid that's your problem. It's no worry of mine. Take it up with Miss Mallwall at some other time.
and then, with a sneer, Bumpkus turned to walk out, with Jeremy watching him around and about. But just as he nearly was out of the door, Sandy called out,
No, wait! Just hold on there. There's just one thing more.
Mr. Bumpkus and Miss Mallwall stop and turn to look at him.
This thing, this invention, this bogus Saint Nick. Are you sure that it's better? That it isn't a trick?
Oh, it's better, much better. It's much better, that's true. And it's definitely better than what you can do.
All right then. If you're sure, then I surely can't see why you wouldn't mind matching your machine against me.
Hold your horses. I'm thinking there must be a catch.
No catch, just a contest. A Santa Claus match.
A contest? Mr. Bumpkus? What does he mean?
I mean that I challenge your Roboclaus Santa machine. Tomorrow, at noon, at this mall, on the plaza, I'll take on your Roboclaus Razzmatazza.
Well, what do you think? Is he just being funny?
Of course not.
All right then, we'll give you a run for your money.
So that's how it happened, and the next day at noon, the mall and the plaza were crowded, and soon Jeremy Brown drew the whole crowd's attention by bringing out Roboclaus, his greatest invention.
I'm too short, I can't reach. You need Claire Bell's.
Check it out, kiddies. I'm the latest Santa Claus rapper who can dance and sing. What you want for Christmas, little girls and boys? Come and tell this Santa I got loads of toys. Someone looking for a Christmas rapper, want a fancy style from a dude who's clever. Well, look no further, cause I'm your man. If I can't rap it, then no one can. How you like my rapping? How you like my style? I'm a Christmas rapper with a rap that's really wild. From a bowl of apple cider to a cinnamon Christmas cup, I can make it look pretty, I can wrap it all up. I've been putting for a whole lot of things with ribbons and bows and long fancy strings. I can wrap a box for you, I can wrap any gift, I can even wrap you up if you get my trick. How you like my rapping? How you like my style? I'm a Christmas rapper with a rap that's really wild. From a bowl of apple cider to a cinnamon Christmas cup, I can wrap it all up.
Joy. Oh. Joy, oh my joy, my poor heart swells whenever I hear those Christmas bells.
Music fades as the crowd cheers. The Roboclaus is soaking up the acclaim, answering the phone, doing ho-ho-hos, and wowing the crowd. Sandy enters unnoticed and goes to his spot in the traditional Santa Claus chair.
Jeremy was beaming and standing alone, and as Roboclaus chuckled, he answered the phone. Sandy walked in, moving quite slow, and looking like Santa from his head to his toe. He said not a word, but went straight to his work, preparing the presents, but then turned with a jerk when he noticed that no one was looking his way. They were watching the Roboclaus, and they were amazed. Poor Sandy. He realized how dull that he was with video games in 3D. Who wants an old Claus? And he muttered,
It's all over. I'm a thing of the past. The end of St. Nicholas has happened at last.
and he said as he started to leave,
I'm not proud.
but just then a little girl stepped from the crowd, and she went to the Roboclaus with her eyes all aglow, and she sat in his super lap, and she whispered like so.
I want a Christmas present for my mama. It doesn't have to cost a lot at all. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? What I want is very small. Don't bring me a present, just bring my mama joy. The love my mama gives to me is better than a toy. You don't really need to wrap it, just leave it by the tree. Love my mama's face is all I want to see. Don't bring me a present, just bring my mama joy. The love my mama gives to me is better than a toy. I'll leave you milk and cookies. I've done the things I should. I have been good all the year. I promise I've been good. Don't bring me a present, just bring my mama joy. The love my mama gives to me is better than a toy. Can you hear me? Can you hear
To which the machine gave a flash of its lights and twisted its head to the left and the right.
Of course you have it. Merry Christmas, big dandy. Now move along, hurry up, and here, have some candy.
And then, as the little girl climbed from his lap, and though some of the people had started to clap, she leaned up and whispered,
Thank you, Santa. I love you.
she said, then sighed and said,
Santa, I love you. Are you stuck inside?
The number you reached has been forwarded to a voicemail. Unfortunately, you're looking for can't talk to you, and it's time for a snap, so he's going to sleep.
The Roboclaus slumps over.
and suddenly Roboclaus couldn't reboot because love for a robot just doesn't compute. And then both Buncus stood up on a chair and said to the people,
Don't go anywhere. This was just a joke which we thought would be funny. If you are happy, we'll refund your money. And if you want Santa, well, we've got him here.
and he pointed to Santa and everyone cheered.
There's no need to worry. That's Santa for real. He knows you all love him. He knows how you feel.
Indeed, that's truth.
Sandy said with a smile.
It's something you've both known for quite a long while. The children you were and the children you are shine brightest and longest like a Christmas tree star. When you listen to what's in your heart at this season, you'll realize this, that you don't need a reason. No Roboclaus gimmick, no Roboclaus trick. You really don't need that bogus Saint Nick. Just stop and remember, the best way to live is to love without taking, for to love is to give.
The crowd goes to Sandy and surrounds him. Children run up to him. Sandy begins handing out gifts. The assistant goes to Jeremy and takes his hand. Jeremy is obviously uncomfortable, but pleased.
And that's how it happened. And what it all means is that there are some jobs not meant for machines. For despite what might seem like the best of intentions, there's something that's better than any invention. That something is one of the simplest things. Yes, love is the message that Christmas time brings. Your grandpa learned that lesson that day long ago, and now we all love him. And now we all know.
This is our Christmas song. Remember it when you see their faces. Maybe someday you'll find the traces. A fading trail in the snow. Home all alone, a memory that shows in all of the children's faces. Look for the traces of love.
Everybody here. Barbara Zeckner was our stage direction. Lainey Shannon was grandma. Todd Rowan was Jeremy. Dave Kennard was Mr. Buncus. Sherry Linda Giovanna was Mr. Buncus' assistant. Sam Dressler was Roboclaus down there. Tony Shannon was Sandy. And the amazing Virginia Richardson was the little girl. Steve Bueno was our fearless sound man. And George Wilkerson back there at the camera and stuff like that. And I'd like to bring up Robbie Maris, who's the president of Out Central, to say a few words about the organization, and would encourage everybody on the way out, there's a tip jar, is that tip jar there, to make a small donation to Out Central for hosting this for us, if you would.
I won't take too much time, but I just wanted to thank Jazz, George, and the Roboclaus cast and crew, and thank everyone for coming out. Out Central is Greater Nashville's LGBT center. I can tell you about the programs we have on the way out if you'd like, but we have fantastic tenants, Project Uno and Tennessee Equality Project. Project Uno offers HIV testing during the week. So that's available to the public. But just appreciate you guys all coming out, and hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. And I can feel free to stop by and talk on the way out. Thanks again.
Did you enjoy it? Yeah. It's really clever. It's really clever. It's a lot of fun. We appreciate that. And if you have any feedback to the playwright, I don't do a lot of readings do these talkback things afterwards. I don't like those. They get messy. But if you have any feedback from the playwright, take it to his director. He's right there, and I'm sure he'd love hearing from you. And keep your eye on the calendar. Hopefully we'll have other readings here. The reading is an important step in the process of getting a show from the page to the stage. And you guys are our test audience to see if things flowed and worked well. And that gives us confidence to move forward. So thank you so much.